Hey Aries, this is Tracy with Links Tarot, and I am here to do your second half of February reading. I hope you all are well, loving yourselves, being kind to yourselves, forgiving yourselves, trusting yourselves. My intention for this channel is to give guidance, direction, confirmation with reading tarot cards, and I hope that I can be of some service to you. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your energy. I'm going to pull some cards, and I'm going to move the camera down so you can see the cards as they are being dealt. Just do one more. All right, let's see what we got. What energy is around Aries? What do they need to look for, watch out for, pay attention to? Projections. I like that it's in the reverse, but just so you know, that energy is around you. You know, we project how we think people are. Ugh, that card almost. Who is that? Experiencing. We project, you know, there we are. I'm an Aries. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. Overall energy is intensity. I love it. Okay. So, you know, we project how we, you know, based on how we're conditioned, how we were raised, what we believed in, our morals, our values. We project those onto people that we meet. And it's not always good, because when we project and then we get to know that person and they're not like what we projected, what we thought, what we perceived them to be, then we're disappointed and we're upset, we're hurt, maybe even hurt, you know. So we really cannot put our projections on other people. We cannot do this. It is in the reverse though. So, you know, you could be in a place where you're no longer doing that, and you're taking people for who they are as opposed to what you project them to be, or that energy is around you and it does need to be corrected. One or the other. So let's see what else we got here. We have consciousness in the reverse. So again, this energy is around you. This is a new deck, so I will be, please forgive my, first of all, my stomach. That don't even look right at all. But I got my workout clothes on the top and then my PJs on the bottom. It's cold, so, you know, I was kind of in between. So, but let's see what this consciousness card is saying. I love this card. You know, the Buddha, tranquility. And it is in the reverse, but the energy is around you. So, like I said, this is a newer deck. I am getting still used to them, so I'm reading out of the book. It says most of the cards in this suit of the mind are either cartoon like or troubled because the influence of the mind in our lives is generally either ridiculous or oppressive. But this card of consciousness shows a vast Buddha figure. He is so expansive, he has gone even beyond the stars. And above his head is pure emptiness. He represents the consciousness that is available to all who become a master of the mind and who can use it as the servant it is meant to be. Wow. That's deep. That is very deep. The mind is a servant, and that's why I was saying do things with intent. Like my intentions for, reading for this channel is reading cards to help the collective with clarity, direction, confirmation. So it is saying, that it says he represents the consciousness that is available to all become a master of the mind and can use it as the servant it is meant to be. Have any of you guys been going through a rebirth recently in the past 2 weeks? Because I know I have. I mean, it's been a wild 2 to 3 weeks for me. And, and that means that I had to look within myself and be like, okay, where am I at really? What? I need to step back. I need to not, because I'm in Aries, I need to not try to be in control of things. And because I'm not in control of things, not feel that I am losing out on something. I have to trust the universe. I have to trust what I have built. I have to trust, the teachings that I've taught my daughter. I have to trust that she will make the right decisions. That's all I can do. I can't control her. She is a grown woman with her own child. I can't control her any longer. I can only pray and hope that she will look at the teachings that I gave her and grow with that and grow with the teachings that she's getting spiritually. And so it says, when you choose this card, he represents a consciousness that is available to all who become a master of the mind and can use it as the servant it is meant to be. When you choose this card, it means that there is a crystal clarity available right now. Detached, rooted, and in the deep stillness that lies at the core of your being. There is no desire to understand from the perspective of the mind. The understanding you have now is existence. I do not know how to pronounce this word. Existential, whole. It says the understanding you have now is existence, whole, in harmony with the pulse of life itself. Accept this great gift and share it. I have to read this again because, like I said, this is in the reverse, but this energy in the upright is around you. It says, He represents the consciousness that is available to all who become a master of the mind and can use it as the servant it is meant to be. When you choose this card, it means that there is a crystal clarity available right now, detached, rooted in the deep stillness that lies at the core of your being. There is no desire to understand from the perspective of the mind. The understanding you have now is exential, whole, in harmony with the pulse of life itself. Accept this great gift and share it. Consciousness, the energy is around you. And I love it because it's talking about projections, and this projection card is in the reverse, which I like it being in the reverse. This energy is around you in the upright. However, it's in the reverse, so that means that you did take a step back and was like, I can't put my projections around this situation. Let's see what this adventure card is about. Okay, let's see, adventure. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, here we go. So I've never gotten this card before. Adventure. This looks like the Fool card to me, you know, taking a leap of faith, but it says, when we are truly in a spirit of adventure, we are moving just like this child, full of trust out of the darkness of the forest into the rainbow of the light. We go step by step, drawn by our sense of wonder into the unknown. Adventure really has nothing to do with plans and maps and programs and organization. The page of rainbows represent a quality that can come to us anywhere. The page of rainbows represents a quality that come to us anywhere. At home or in the office, in the wilderness or in the city, in a creative project or in our relationship with others. Whenever we move into the new and unknown with the trusting spirit of a child, innocence and open and vulnerable, even the smallest things of life can become the greatest adventures. I love this because it is like the Fool card. And, you know, like I was saying, you know, we put our projections on people of what we think they should be. And then when they're not that, you know, we're disappointed, we're sad and hurt and whatever. And this consciousness card is just being aware, you know, and not having that fear of the unknown, you know, trusting the universe. And this is confirming that, trusting as a child, and it's saying that whenever we move into the new and unknown with the trusting spirit of a child, innocent and open and vulnerable, even the smallest things of life can become the greatest adventures. So this is knowing, you know, being aware. And this is trusting that the universe, you know, has this all under control. You know, we are not in control. We're not in control. We got this thunderbolt, and it looks like the Tower card. It looks like a person in You know, when you look at those chakra, it looks like a person meditating, you know, the whole body or the building, but then you got these people falling down, and you got, um, you know, there's thunder and fire. You know, that's that Mars energy, Aries energy, the scorpionic energy that we share with Mars. Um, so there's a tower moment here because, like I said, we project things on people, and when they show us that they're not what we projected, then we're devastated. You know, it's a shock. So let's see what this says actually, because I haven't gotten this before, but let's see what this says. Where is it? 16. All right, here we go. Okay, so it says the card shows a tower being burned, destroyed, blown apart. A man and a woman are leaping from it not because they want to, but because they have no choice. In the background, a transparent, meditating figure representing the witnessing consciousness. Here we go with this consciousness. Being aware. It says, in the background is a transparent, meditating figure representing the witnessing consciousness. You might be feeling pretty shaky right now, as if the earth is rocking beneath your feet. Your sense of security is being challenged, and the natural tendency is to try to hold on to whatever you can. But this inner earthquake is both necessary and tremendously important. If you allow it, you will emerge from the wreckage stronger and more available for new experiences. After the fire, the earth is replenished. After the storm, the air is clear. Try to watch the destruction with detachment, almost as if it were happening to somebody else. Say yes to the process by meeting it halfway. Oh my God. Like I said, I'm an Aries, and I'm getting emotional now because um, the past 3 weeks, you know, I had these projections, and and this happened to me, and it was hard to let go. It says, you might be feeling pretty shaky right now, as if the earth is rocking beneath your feet. Your sense of security is being challenged. My security was definitely challenged. It says, and the natural tendency is to try to hold on to whatever you can, and I did. But because of my awakening and my awareness that happened to me a little over 2 years ago, well, almost 3 years ago, I guess 2.5 years ago now, you know, I'm more aware. Because once you're aware, you can't unforget. You can't act like something didn't happen and you were made aware. You can't not, when the universe shows you the truth, you can't not see it. So it's just something that you know, it's something that you were forced, because it was time for you to move forward, to learn that you no longer have a place there and you need to grow. And so, you know, I'm thankful, extremely thankful. But it was hard because this had to do with my daughter, my child. I have one child. And so, you know, it's not, you know, people that you don't know. It's the people that you do know. That's how it affects you, because how else can you learn? You can't learn, you know, a lesson really good unless it hits home, you know. So this had to do with my daughter, and we're like best friends, and And it was, you know, I had to pull back and realize that she's a grown woman. I've done all that I need to do. That job of mine is over. Like, I'm not, Logan, I'm not saying that I'm no longer her mother. I'm saying I no longer have to look over her in that mothering way because she's an adult. She makes her own decisions, you know. If she asked me for something, that's one thing, but it was something that needed to happen. And it doesn't happen when you're ready for it to happen. It happens when it needs to happen. And it needed to happen. It happened. And, you know, this is most certainly my reading. And you know, when you go through this tower moment, you know, on the other side is, you know, you're you're aware, right? And you're childlike, like because you're in a space of learning, you know, like because you go through the tower and it's like, you know, it shakes up that foundation of those old thought patterns that you had, and so now you have space for something new. So the last card we have is this morality card, and it's in the reverse. So let me find this. I think I'm really close to it. Okay, so it's in the reverse, but this energy is still around you, around us, in the upright. So it says, morality has restricted all the juice and energy of life to the narrow confines of her mind. It can't flow there, so she really has become a dried up old prune. Her whole manner is very proper and stiff and severe, and she is always ready to see every situation as black and white. Um, this is me. This is me all day. Like there's no gray areas. It's black or white. I mean, this reading is crazy. So it says, and she is always ready to see her every situation is black and white, like the jewels she wears around her neck. The queen of clouds lurks in the minds of all of us who have been brought up with rigid ideas of good and bad, sinful and virtuous, acceptable and unacceptable, moral and immoral. It's important to remember that all these judgments of the mind are just products of our conditioning. So, this is where that projection comes from because, you know, it's our ideas of what we perceive people to be. And so it's saying it's important to remember that all these judgments of the mind are just products of our conditioning. And whether our judgments are applied to ourselves or to others, they keep us from experiencing the beauty and godliness that lies within. Only when we break through the cage of our conditioning and reach the truth of our own hearts can we begin to see life as it really is. So, you know, the universe, you know, deals with us if we allow that. The universe deals with us if we allow the universe to do that. We can grow personally and spiritually. But for me, I mean, this is, oh, I didn't get to do the intensity card. I'll do that next because this is the overall energy. But, you know, we put those projections on people. We get disappointed and hurt because they're not what we in our minds thought it should be, this black or white. You know, it's not that. We need to be aware, trust the universe, you know, and when we trust the universe, you know, we can be this child and be ready for the new adventures that is waiting for us and get out of this energy. But let me read what this intensity is, which I absolutely love. We are, you know, Mars, Martians. See my red hair, red eyebrows, red, love it, red, love it. Okay, so let me see what this intensity is. Healing is amazing. You know, we just have to, you know, learn and grow and trust the universe and not be confined and stuck. You know, growth is huge for me, for Aries. You know, we are a cardinal sign, so we are pioneers, we are forerunners, we do it first, we are out there, and you know, we don't have time to be stuck. We don't have time for that, you know. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so here's this intensity card, overall energy. It says the figure in this card has taken on the shape of an arrow, moving with a single pointed focus of one who knows precisely where he is going. He is moving so fast that he has become almost pure energy. Is this not an Aries? If this ain't an Aries, I don't know what is. But his intensity should not be mistaken for the manic energy that makes people drive their cars at top speed to get from point A to point B. That kind of intensity belongs to the horizontal world of space and time. The intensity represented by the Knight of Fire belongs to the vertical world of the present moment, a recognition that now is the only moment there is, and here is the only space. When you act with the intensity of the Knight of Fire, it is likely to create ripples in the waters around you. Some will feel uplifted and refreshed by your presence. Others will feel threatened or annoyed. But the opinions of others matter little. Nothing can hold you back right now. I love it. I love it. It's time to move forward. It's time to get out of the space where you have to control everything. It's time to be aware and be conscious that the universe is here and what's in our minds, it is something that we control. It doesn't control us. Let our consciousness be aware and let us control our minds so that we can have that new adventure. But that's what I have for you, Aries. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Please watch. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I would love it if you did that. And I will be with you for the first half of March in about a week. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. My email is in the description box. And I will see you soon. Bye.